play football?
Yes.
Come on, Lenny! Pump it in there, baby! Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
So no matter what happens, just keep sticking it to him. Now who are we?
Game machine. Game machine. Game machine.
Wrong side! Left side! Left side! Left side!
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
You all know what you have to do. Remember, no one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around. This is your game now, gentlemen. Let's get them.
This is a game we are gonna win. This is the game that people are gonna talk about for years. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose.
Let's hear it, gentlemen. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose.
Let's go play some football. Let's go, baby!
And here we go, folks.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Comedians on the Footballs. I am sharing on Facebook like an old man. Please hold. Hey, we're good. How are you, everybody? Welcome to Comedians on Football here on Gov's Comedy Club Radio. My name is Steve Belanger, and I'm very happy this week. My friend here, Pat O'Rourke, is with us this week. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
I am fantastic. We are waiting on Richie Byrne, who was, I hear, was mauled by a bear in the Levittown parking lot, but he's probably rubbing himself in that bacon juice over from the Dairy Mart over here. To my right, your left, we have the lovely Sally O'Neill from Knock 'em Dead Comedy Hour.
Hello, everyone. I wasn't here last week, so it's good to be back.
And that little SOB, Mike, what's his face?
Scudero,
yes. Joey Cola's third cousin, 7 times removed, who picked the Ravens to win it all. And look what happened to him.
They lost?
They lost big time. They were the number 1 seed. Welcome to Governor's Comedy Club Radio. Make sure you check out all the wonderful Governor's Comedy Clubs here on Long Island. What do we got, Pat? We got Governor's here in Levittown.
McGuire's out in Bohemia.
And the Brokerage in Belmore. And oh my gosh, it's the lovely, the talented Pat O'Rourke again. No, coming at you from behind the camera. It's Richie Byrne.
Take your jacket off, stay well.
You take your time.
Go for that
you
whole
take
San
your
Francisco
time.
look. I like it.
I've had this. Are you guys on?
We have a lot. Yes, we are. And all we want to hear is the sound of your jacket velcroing. Live comedy. Hey, so anyway, check out the wonderful live comedy that goes on at all the Governor's Comedy Clubs here. That's how I met Pat. And as we discussed many times before, I met Richie 20 years ago when he insulted my comedy the first time I ever did stand-up.
I never did that.
Son of a... Welcome, brother.
What's up?
How are you?
I did not insult your comedy.
Happy New Year.
You went over your time. You went over your time like you were African American.
Ooh.
things just got racially
No,
profiled.
they did not.
Racially profiled. Make sure Sally shares this on your phone and takes a couple of
Oh, yeah, here.
naughty
Yeah,
pictures
just
of
pull
for
up
her
your
and Tony.
Facebook and I'll do it.
All right, we have a lot of things to talk about. There were some playoff games this weekend. You guys watch any football?
Not at all.
You lie. All right, wait. First, I want to talk about our new friend, Pat O'Rourke. You said grew up a Packer fan?
Grew up a Packer fan, but
You did?
When I was little, John Brockington and
John Brockington.
But you grew up
MacArthur
in-
Lane.
you
Scott
grew up
Hunter
here,
was
right?
Grew up on Massapequa, Long Island. Yep,
Wow.
But
Yeah,
when
that's
I
where I
was
live
6,
now.
7, 8 years old, they were just coming out of being good in the 60s, and it was the early 70s, and they sort of started stinking, but that was my team back then. So.
Wasn't there a lot of? I feel like I had a Vince Lombardi electronic football. Like, wasn't
Yes.
that with the branding? Like, there was very
Yes.
few branding
I
things
just
going
missed
on.
I missed like the Jim Taylor and what was number 44? He was a white running back. He was
Wow.
like LSU or something, but he was like my favorite. He was so one of my favorites so much that I can't
A
remember.
white
his
running
name.
back,
Wow.
Christian McCaffrey.
Green Bay had a bunch of them.
Well,
Yeah, they
so
did.
does New
Then
England.
they went to John Brockington and MacArthur Lane, and
Wow.
but that's,
Did not know that.
When did you stop being a Packer fan?
probably around late 70s, early 80s. And my brother's a big Giant fan, so I
Okay.
jumped on that bandwagon. But
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm more of a
Actually, that was a
Notre
good
Dame
time
is-
to be a Giant fan.
College Notre Dame is my team, so that's
Oh.
which is tough to be a Notre Dame fan the last 10
When was
Yeah.
it? Like in 1988, NBC came out and said, "Here's billions of dollars. We're just going to show every Notre
Every
Dame
Notre
game
Dame
ever."
game,
Is
yeah.
that deal still in effect? Is that like the Bobby Bonilla
I don't think it
contract?
is.
It's not the Bonilla
It is?
contract.
Any home game on NBC still, and for like 5 more years. Yeah,
Wow.
that's why they're always on at 4 o'clock or night games. But
The Fighting Irish.
Good or bad, right?
You
They're
either
just
love them or
always
you
on.
hate them.
yep,
What do you? I know beside you lean. You
I
don't-
like them.
You like them?
No, I don't mind them.
Okay.
I like them.
All right.
I like any team that has to go to class.
it's like Disney. You're all in. You're
You know
all
what I
out.
mean?
You're all-
It's like
oh, yeah, there's no-
Notre Dame is. You like them or you hate them. It's like the
Right.
Yankees.
Duke.
Yep.
You like them or you hate them.
I'm indifferent.
Duke?
Well, I don't like Duke because my nephew went to UNC, so I tend to root for UNC.
So you're not indifferent.
I'm not indifferent.
A friend of mine at work was a fullback at UNC.
Really?
Yeah.
With what year? Like years ago?
2000, early 2000s.
All right, so not during the what's his name? Who's the Bears quarterback? I can't remember.
No, but he loves Trubisky. He loves him.
Trubisky.
Yeah.
I went to the University of Maryland.
So,
Duke
yeah.
is puke, Wake is fake, and NC State is the
You
school
went
I
with
hate.
you weren't you there with Boomer Esiason?
I was. He
Didn't
was
he spit on you?
He was a fifth-year senior in a pickup basketball game.
He spit on
We'll get to that story.
Boomer
He
Esiason.
was a fifth-year senior. I was a freshman. Yeah.
I've never been spit on by
Spit
an
on-
NFLer.
Yeah, Boomer
Wow,
Esiason.
Hall of
I
Famer.
didn't know it at the time. He was going to be. I would have saved the spit.
So you
I
were
was like, this guy's an idiot.
so
At
you
the
were
time,
spit
you're
on
like,
by a number
"Ew."
of intramural athletes. He's the only Hall of Famer.
I played lacrosse, and we all had teams, and we played hoops, and you had the intramural hoops. So football was him and 4 offensive linemen, and it was call your own fouls. So these guys running you over. He's elbowing me in the face. So I go, that's a foul. He's like, then call it. I go, I'm calling it.
Did you
The
not
rest
hear
of
the
the
words
game,
I
he's
used?
running me. Yeah, the other 4 guys, they're all like 6'6", and this is when steroids was just rampant. It was like everyone was taking them like chiclets. It was a tough
Except
intramural
for
game.
you, apparently.
Tough intramural game.
Except for Pat
except for
O'Rourke.
Chubby on the lacrosse team.
Chubby.
Getting run over by every
He was actually eating chiclets.
exactly.
Zonka?
Bloody.
No, Zonka's on the Dolphins. What?
Larry Zonka was Dolphins. Yeah.
People are writing things.
Oh, what are they saying?
40 on the
I'm trying to see.
Packers?
Mike Painter? Mike, I don't know.
No,
Oh,
you
trying to come up with
remember
the running back still.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 44 in the Packers. Like 74 to 75.
You want to hear a funny story?
No.
Big draft pick.
Hit me.
About 25 years ago, I was in an acting class, and
Did it work?
yeah, it was okay. And but Gary Valentine was in it.
Oh yeah.
And so there was a girl in the class who I had a huge crush on. She was actually the reason I stayed in the class.
So
And I was always trying to impress her. So one night we're out, we're having drinks, and I tell her that I was like, I played semi-pro soccer when I was in high school.
Okay.
And I played, got
That's a tough
paid.
one. That's a tough one.
Semi-pro. And I could have. And she's like, wow, really? Wow. So like a week later, I go to Gary Valentine. Hey, I'm going to Giants game Sunday. He goes, oh, where'd you get the tickets from Heather? I go, no, family. He goes, I go, why? He goes, my father played for the Giants. Her father was a running back for the Giants, and I'm going semi-pro soccer.
You show her your voucher? Yeah, I get paid. Look at that.
Bro,
Was
I
the
got
last name Fredrickson?
$25 a game.
She's Tucker Fredrickson's daughter.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Number 1 draft pick.
How did you not
Randy
know-
Minier was her father. I don't.
I remember
Randy
Minier.
Minier.
Yeah.
How'd you not know a girl you had a crush on?
She never
Was
brought it
Giant-
up. Heather Minier. And Heather, if you're watching, you now know I had a crush on you back then.
Ooh.
I haven't seen her.
You look her up? Those are the ones you look up on Facebook and go, ooh.
No. I've actually we've run into each other.
She
a few
peaked
times.
20 years ago.
She looks good.
She peaked 20 years
I
ago.
always feel good for the
Sally
people that were
getting
like
catty
really
early on.
no, they're like the people in high school that were like all nerdy and they like finally look good in their 40s. I'm like so happy for them, you know.
I see that you do see that a lot. Like I have a couple of friends, right? That you go, wow, this poor kid.
Yeah.
And now, like as an adult, you're like, well, he looks pretty good.
He's grown into his ears.
Yeah.
Unlike us, we've never grown into
Well,
crap.
I'm outgrowing my years.
I was this height and 140 pounds in high school.
Well, you're
so-
really good
oh,
for
God.
you. Wow, that's good. Gangly.
Minute ball. The white minute ball.
Speaking of
But I couldn't play hoops.
Speaking of growing into the years, where's Keegan?
He's coming after work, so it depends how many customers he has at the poll. All right, so
That's a disgusting visual. My God.
Carla put one in the house.
That poor pole.
It looks like a lollipop. Just laughing.
Oh, the germs. There's not enough Purell. The Vikings played a football game this weekend.
Yes, what did they?
And in Viking fashion,
And, yep, they...
Wow.
truly showed up like they usually do.
So
in
when you're a
playoffs.
Saints fan, you're going, oh, got humiliated.
The
Vikings
Saints suck.
just...
I mean,
Well, last weekend was so good. Every game,
except
wild
the
card
Seattle
game.
Philadelphia.
But all
was
the
kind of-
quarterbacks were 40. They all lost, but they were all 40.
Yeah,
It
they
just
all
shows you
lost.
Football's good with good quarterbacks.
It showed you the new generation
Yeah.
of QBs are
Yeah.
coming through.
I will say that the Niners are really good.
Their D is
The
good.
Niners
You know what?
look good.
I didn't realize that they second in the league in rushing, which is
Yeah.
amazing because they don't have one major running back. You know,
Breeda's kind of...
Breeda's okay, you know, but and
He's
I guess the
under-
Ravens are
yeah.
probably number one in rushing, but
But it's all from Lamar.
that right,
You know.
and Ingram.
Their
Oh, when he
defensive-
was healthy,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
Ingram
running
was
pretty
running
well. You're
well.
right. You're right.
I'm
He's
just
been injured
saying.
for a while.
Yeah, couple
Last, like, 3
4 or
games of
5
the
weeks.
season,
Yeah,
right?
But San Fran's defensive line, it reminds me of the Giants a little.
A lot.
Years ago.
Yeah.
A
All
lot.
Tall, thin, athletic,
You're right.
fast.
I
They just
could-
wear you down.
couldn't
Well
agree
said.
more.
And by the end of the second quarter, they just get
They
get
just
the quarterback
bury
out.
you. Yeah,
And
yeah.
of course, they were
It's one
making...
after another. They keep trotting them in.
They were making the announcers were saying, "Oh, this is when you don't get that bye week, it's so important because these
Yeah.
guys are worn down." And then the very next game, they're saying the Ravens, "Well, they
Oh,
had the
they had the
bye
bye
week.
week.
Stale.
They're
Well,
stale."
what they did say, the one thing about the Ravens,
out
which is
flat.
true, is I mean they did take 2 weeks off.
They didn't play. They said they haven't played a
Which
competitive
is-
down
right.
since like the
But you
that
know,
Browns
you know
game.
what the Ravens reminded me of a lot?
High school football?
The Denver Carolina Super Bowl a few years ago. Denver went out, punched the bully in the face, and the bully never recovered.
Yep. It was like, oh, we don't know.
You
what
know,
to
I
do.
thought they
Never
would have a good
recovered.
run. I thought they would get figured out next year. Like I thought they'd have a real good run.
Lamar,
maybe
yeah,
make
and
the
they're
Super Bowl,
gonna-
maybe not win, but
Yep.
make the Super
I
Bowl.
think-
the NFL,
I
they
think
figure
you're gonna
you out.
see,
They
you know,
figure you out.
They
RG3.
say these running quarterbacks just never can win in the playoffs, and
When
it
that's
just
all
keeps getting
because they just
proven.
had everybody. You know what?
They
Everybody
just
held their
tied
position.
him up. I know, yeah.
Everybody stayed in there. They blocked their lanes, and
Here's
there was
what,
nowhere for
here's
them
what I
to go.
understand. Why'd you have to wait? They won
How did
12 games in a row.
Because like
What?
baseball, it's in the playoffs, defense wins. In football,
Are you saying
just
that?
like in baseball, pitching wins in the playoffs.
I heard
Are
cheating
you saying?
wins.
Are you saying
I'm
that the
furious about
Titans
that. I don't know if
cheat?
we're going to get to that. I know it's a football.
Yeah,
show.
we could talk
I'm a
about it.
diehard Yankee
Look at
fan.
me. Look.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on, just go like
Oh,
that. When do you
Welcome,
get to
okay.
welcome to Richie Burns Comedians on Football. Knock on
Comedians
wood
on
if you're with
baseball.
me.
No, 2 bangs you want to talk about it, 1 bang you don't want to talk about it.
That's my.
Here's
no, not gonna say.
so.
Clean.
Are we holding off on your Chiefs?
Well, yeah, we're gonna go through the
Hold on.
weekend. We're gonna
All
go
right,
through the
okay,
weekend.
did we jump the Vikings too quickly or not? Because how do you? I want to ask you one thing. Does this mean now Kirk Cousins can't win a big game again? Are we back to that?
You know,
because-
as soon as he started, he won that one game, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh, everybody said it." But you know what? He's been damn good in all those games he didn't win. And then as soon as they folded against the Niners, oh yeah, he can't.
See, it's Kirk Cousins. Can't do it.
They should have
Can't
stayed
do
with
it.
those Canadian football uniforms. Those all purple things.
Yeah,
They're ridiculous.
My 12-year-old
It's like
son
a
is
junior
now
high
looking at
school
me
team.
going, what's with the announcers? They have nothing to say. I'm like, dude,
No.
you finally realized.
Really?
They got nothing to say.
I almost missed Booger McFarland.
Oh, he's terrible.
Oh my
Well,
god.
how much? Now they're backing up the truck to give Tony Romo like
Yeah.
millions of dollars.
Yeah,
to
did you hear
do-
about this?
Well,
Yeah.
he's
Football.
very good, and he's I don't know if he'd want to do it. He's out golfing.
Did you
doing
see
his thing.
Who's going to be in the booth with him? Dennis Miller?
John Madden's still alive? Bring him back.
He's still on the bus.
dig up Pat
We should
Summerall.
check on him.
You know, Peyton Manning's doing that whole thing where he brings on different athletes and they talk or whatever. I don't know what it is exactly. Well, he had Brady on. Oh. And at one point he says something to Brady because they were trying to figure out a code. And he goes, I wish Romo was here. He'd know the code. And then he calls him Nostra Romos. I thought that was really funny.
What happened?
What happened? What'd you do?
I got a text from my agent. I panicked. It might be work, but I don't have my glasses.
You
I
got
can't
a
read
text from your agent? All right.
Talk amongst
about yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. This
Trust
might be
me.
important.
This
Agent
radio
slash
show
wife.
that pays me nothing.
Talk about Mike Vrabel.
First of all, you have an agent?
Slash wife.
I have a very good agent. Text me. Come on. Go ahead. Talk. Mike Vrabel. Dynamite. Dynamite.
Yeah, he was great. What'd the agent say?
He's got the highest touchdown percentage of catches in the history of the NFL with anyone over 5 touchdown catches.
Who? Who is this?
Vrabel.
What?
He scored like 7 touchdowns.
Oh,
on
that's
8
right.
attempts.
They were all touchdowns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fake
yeah.
plays, or he would
Now,
line up as like tackle eligible, and he had good hands.
After he retired? Where did he coach? Because he was not from the Belichick group, right?
No. I think he went right.
Wasn't he at ESPN?
No, he was doing. He was defensive coordinator.
In DC somewhere?
Yeah. We're gonna look it up. Maybe at college even.
You know what?
'Cause I meant to look this
he
up.
He scares me because he seems like he's going to come up with a game plan.
Dude, I think he is.
Right?
I think he is. I am rooting for a Tennessee.
Well, before I'm sorry.
I'm not actually because it's Kansas City. I forgot. But I would say what would be the most boring? Tennessee
Green Bay, nobody's going to care about.
People like Green Bay's a big name, though.
But the NFL, I think, wants Kansas City Green Bay because it's the 100-year anniversary.
And it's the
they
first
want
Super Bowl.
the
Kansas
first
City,
Super
either
Bowl.
one would be a good one.
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna
Kansas
be.
City Niners would be good. Kansas City Green Bay.
Kansas City's getting the young kids like Seattle got the young kids 6-7 years ago.
I thought Mariota was hurt until about 3 weeks ago.
No.
And my son's like, no, they benched him.
How
It's
do you
just-
think
yeah.
he feels?
Did he get hurt though? and
No,
lose the
they
job?
benched him
He
for-
was playing terrible. For like
He was
in
playing
week 8, yeah.
terrible.
He
Put
was
in 10 in him.
he was the linebackers coach at Ohio State,
All right,
then the
yeah.
defensive line coach, then the linebackers coach at Houston Texans, and then the defensive coordinator for 1 year at Houston. That is not a huge resume.
No.
You know what I mean?
How long has
they
he
want
been
these
tight?
young guys,
This is
though.
his second year, right?
Yeah.
They want these young guys. With
But
who
he obviously learned a lot from, I'm sure, watching Belichick.
Oh, yeah.
He played for 12 years too.
Yeah.
He knows
Yeah.
the game. I mean,
I like him. I like him.
I do too.
I
Not
like
this
him
week,
as a player,
but I like him
not
in
this
general.
week.
This week,
Were you worried?
dude, I was pretty calm. I
couldn't believe it.
They came out of the
24-0,
the
I went in my
Texans
backyard down the
Well,
street.
out of the
Like,
when
oh my
you're
God.
laying 10,
yeah.
I'm sitting there going, "Are you kidding?" I call my brother. I go, "Oh, "We're gonna lose this game." It's I mean, like, and we do that normally.
gate.
We do that normally. Like we're terrible, but like with 7-0, you're like, I can't believe this.
Down by 17.
But this was like we were like, I just can't believe I'm not even in this game. Like, somebody said I never saw a blowout, a great game, and a blowout all in one game.
Yeah,
before.
true.
Well, they said
That wasn't even a great game when they came back. It was like,
I thought it was. I mean, you had the block punt. You had the.
you should have been
at
in
the
my
beginning.
house. You should have been at my house. It was a great game at my house.
That was.
All right, so there's 2 calls.
Okay.
That 4th and 1 at the 20, I think, and they were gonna go for it.
Yeah, and then he
they
kicked
called
the
the
field goal.
timeout, and then he sends out the field goal unit.
Yeah.
24-0, and I get it, but
I
that's still
get
only
it.
3 scores.
And
Away
right
team-
after
away
that,
team, you take the points. That's the rule.
Hardman ran the ball back.
But at
Right
that
after
point,
that.
they had stymied the defense. But the offense had just killed itself. They dropped every 3rd down pass. What's his name? Kelsey dropped.
Oh, Kelsey dropped.
Three
The other
and
kid
out.
dropped like 3.
Oh my God! They I don't know what the hell happened to their
yeah,
hands.
yeah. I thought they would. I said, wow, the spotlight's too big for them.
So you think,
Andy Reid.
all right, we got their offense figured out. Let's just take the points, and then that kickoff, like you said, Hardman was huge. Getting them,
Huge.
and then I mean the speech on the sidelines by Mahomes.
Screaming at them.
It must have been
Fantastic.
very high pitched because he speaks high pitched to begin with.
Yeah, man.
Somebody's excited.
It's gotta be,
It's kind of froggy. It's got a deep.
gotta be tough.
I am not going to put up with this. I am not. It's just embarrassing. You guys better show up today.
He's got the deepest high pitch because it comes from
It's
down
strange.
low, but it comes.
Yeah.
We're going to go out there. We're going to kick ass. We're going to kick ass. Take names.
He's like the water boy-ish kind of, but not Cajun.
Well, speaking of the water boy,
Go on.
the LSU coach.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Boy, did he steal.
Wait, let me ask this first. Did you bet the over?
Yes, I did.
67 and a half.
No, it was 66. I got it 66.
66.
I
yeah.
had it at 67 and a half.
Okay.
And I didn't
Did
bet
you
it.
really?
What happened at the end? I didn't see the end. Was there?
No one scored the whole fourth quarter. It was 67.
Oh, really?
Going to the fourth quarter.
67. No, but I got
Then no one
67,
scored.
and I'm
they're taking
right.
knees on the 4-yard line and
Yeah.
going, oh, my God.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I guess someone. But do you guys remember the Water Boy, Blake Clark?
Yeah.
Blake Clark. We live to fight another day.
Yeah.
I love Blake. He's a great comic. I'm like, this guy
think
stole
he murdered
Blake
him.
Clark's act.
Oh,
Look
is that
at
what he
this.
does?
I think he's like, oh yeah, we're a pretty good guy. I'm like, what?
Did you hear his
What the
interviews?
hell?
He's like,
The LSU guy.
Ham
Did he do the thing with the nipple ring at the end?
Yeah.
He's overalls.
Literally saw that scene like
He
27 minutes ago. My kids were
Did you
watching
really?
it. Yeah.
He was talking about
62.
I'm gonna have a ham sandwich.
I love
Morning,
Blake.
finish my ham
If you ever
sandwich.
get to work with Blake Clark, make sure you
Funny,
do.
right?
Great guy.
He was
too.
just in something as
One
like
of the
a
best. He's been in
in a
everything.
dramatic
dude.
role.
It's been everything.
And I'm like, I know this. Dude.
He's just a great guy. He's a great comic, great actor.
He reminds
and
me of like Lenny
and a
Clark.
Vietnam vet.
Ooh.
Yes.
God bless.
Yes.
God bless.
Love
oh,
that man.
hang on. United, what's your thing?
United We Laugh.
United We Laugh. I always forget to get to
2
this
weeks
at the
from
end.
tonight.
2 weeks from
in
tonight.
Riverhead.
Tell the good people.
Please come. Riverhead, 7 o'clock. Oh my God, I forgot the name of the place. That's bad. That's really bad. But
What's
it's
it about?
on my Facebook. United We Laugh is a show that I'm very proud of. I host it. We have 3 comics of different ethnic backgrounds, and they all go up to 10 to 12 minutes.
Black, white, and
It can be Latino, it can be
Grab
Asian,
bag.
whatever. You know.
Really white.
And we all have to, at
haven't
some
been
point in our
invited.
act, we all have to talk about race or bias,
okay.
racial issues.
Oh, so you guys do bit? You do?
Yeah,
a
we
set.
do a bit.
Okay.
We do a set. And then the second act is open up to the audience, and we take questions, and we talk about what it gets pretty heated.
I would
and
imagine.
when we're hoping, and it's being sponsored by a number of different anti-bias groups, which is great.
Okay.
But I don't want people to think that this is just a kumbaya moment. We're there to really talk.
Talk it through.
Yeah, so I'm looking for the people who go, man, it's overrated. People talk too much about it. No, come in and let's discuss.
Okay.
So it's 2 weeks from tonight.
Go to Richie Burns' Facebook page.
Richie Burns' Facebook page because he's an idiot.
It's somewhere in.
Can't find mine either.
He can't even find Facebook
I'm getting
on the
a priest
phone.
in Ireland. Pat O'Rourke, hold on.
But you said it's somewhere in Riverhead.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so I wrote Riverhead, 7 p.m., United We Laugh. Go to Richie Byrne Facebook page for details.
Nice. Okay.
Because
Back.
Richie Byrne
Because he's an idiot.
was gonna
I
look
didn't
at
put
that
in.
up ahead of time, but got stuck on. They were changing a wiper on the train. They're
Oh,
like,
on the
folks,
front?
we gotta wait here. We're changing a wiper. Changing a wiper? What do you need to see?
Sure
You're
it
going
wasn't
straight.
diaper?
No wiper.
Wiper? Well, they cross through like intersections. You got to be careful.
Not when I'm late for your show, Steve.
That is very true.
There's bells ringing and arms
Who am
going
I?
down.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Mike Keegan?
I'm going to dock your pay as much as the union will
It's
allow.
called thinning the herd if you get hit by a train.
So anyway,
So anyway,
Nicole Hardman runs it back past midfield. Quick score.
quick score.
And before you know it.
The
well,
fake
actually,
punt.
the Texans get it back. Yeah, you're right. They get held. A fake punt on
Now-
your 30.
I will say, the fake punt. That was a great tackle.
Daniel
doesn't make that
Sorensen,
tackle.
Fantastic.
He doesn't make that tackle. They get the first down.
Open field rugby tackle.
And everybody's
Fantastic.
saying that what's his name choked the head coach, but if you he had, I guess he knew. Yeah, 24 is not enough points. If I can hold the ball another 5, 10, 7 minutes here, whatever, 4 or 5
Do
minutes.
you think that quick? It was 2 passes. They got the ball at the 40,
Yeah.
42. At 2 quick passes, they were in the end zone.
I
You
know.
think that's
It
when
was-
Bill O'Brien went,
It was like,
uh-oh.
oh man,
Uh-oh.
oh yeah,
What was it?
absolutely,
Was
absolutely.
it 24-21 at half, or was it 20?
was-
No, they were winning.
They were winning
28-20.
28-20.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
keep
yeah.
talking about it's like the third greatest comeback, but I'm like, the other comebacks were in a
Yeah,
game.
but
This was
late-
in a
yeah,
quarter. It was
exactly.
like in 9 minutes.
Well, and Doug Williams is the only other quarterback to
Yeah.
throw 4 touchdowns in a quarter.
was that against the Broncos in the Super
yeah, in the
Bowl,
Super
right?
Bowl. Yeah.
My friend
Broncos
was on
went up
the
10-0.
My dad hit the box stat.
Remember the
on
Bills
that
coming
one.
all the way back and beating Houston?
Yes,
That was my
Yeah.
my friend Gary
Frank-
Balding.
Frank
was on
Reich,
that team.
right?
Was on the Bills. Yep.
Gary Balding, right?
Yeah.
Frank Reich, yeah. Two greatest.
Played for the Chiefs too.
That's interesting. 2 greatest comebacks in the history of college and the pros. Frank Reich.
Yeah.
Oh.
As a backup.
Where's
both
he
times.
now? Is he announcing?
And he had, if you
No,
look it up,
he's the head coach of the Colts.
they were in like
Right,
the
right.
Hula Bowl when he was at the University of Maryland, and they came back by like 25 points too. Frank
Right.
Reich.
Yeah.
Google it.
But he could never start. He could never play a whole season.
I think he played a senior year. Or maybe he was a fifth-year senior. Boomer left. He was the quarterback the next year.
Well, you would know. You were there.
Did he
Yeah.
also spit on you?
He did not. I didn't know Frank that well. He was sort of a Bible thumper. When
I didn't know him well enough to spit on me.
Yeah, he wasn't, That's how you measure people at the University
Well,
of Maryland.
we're all
The
going to
Terps.
spit on you when the show's over. So get ready, Brian.
You're not a Terp. You can't do that.
Get ready, Brian. I'm sorry.
No. So
I feel like you and I usually have a good rhythm, and our rhythm's off tonight. Have you noticed? Oh, okay.
but I'm not usually superstitious. You asked me how I was holding up. I was with my kid. I was trying to set a good example. I'm like, I'm not going to lose my temper. My phone was blowing up. Oh, is Steve okay? Ken Pichelle. Hung up on Ken Pichelle.
Wait, what was this? What do you mean?
During the game, he was like, has anybody checked on Steve Belanger? It's 24-0. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not really superstitious, but I think I showed you, we have a Pat Mahomes tree topper. My wife was slow in putting up the angel on the Christmas tree.
No, you didn't tell me this.
I put up a big picture of Pat Mahomes on top of the Christmas tree. Wow. She came home and went, no. It was like December 3rd.
Like Elf on a Shelf, you have to move it every night.
And I won. They won that week. And I said, how about we leave it up one more week? So they kept winning. So Pat Mahomes stayed on my Christmas tree. Absolutely why. And I said, now it's got to stay up to the Super Bowl, but I was fed up with Christmas. The week after New Year's, I said, that's got to come down. And she was superstitious, said, you can't take that down. But we have a little tree that she had for the office, so she puts this little 1-foot Charlie Brown tree in the corner and puts Pat Mahomes on top. So it's
like the Misfit Toys.
I still think you screwed it up.
She
mess.
texted me. She was a swim meet with my other son as I was sitting there chewing my nails. She said, simple one line, is the tree plugged in? I said, that's ridiculous. Oh, my God, it's not plugged in. And I jumped off the couch, got an extension cord, fumbling under the couch, plugged it in. Quick pass.
There you go.
Quick pass to Williams.
I
touchdown.
truly believe in that stuff.
I do, too. Like,
I'm sorry
no
to
one
say.
move. I almost didn't get married. 1995, Yankees are playing the Ken Griffey's Seattle. My wife's asleep. And, it's like extra innings. She gets up. I go, don't go to bed. Say where you are. Don't go to bed.
Keep poking.
She's like, what are you talking about? I go, you're good luck. Just stay there. She gets up and goes to bed. I didn't talk to her for like a week. We almost didn't get married. I'm like, I told you not to go to bed. Griffey doubles, the Yankees lose.
You're like the guy in Diner that makes his wife take the Colts quiz. But after the tree plugged in, they scored a touchdown. They held him on. Sorensen makes that great tackle. We score again. And then on the next kickoff, me and my kid are jumping up and down. We're excited. And while it's in the air, I said, oh, we could use a fumble here, buddy. The ball Sorensen hits him on the helmet, on the ball, and it pops right into the guy's hand.
Yeah,
for the Chiefs.
That's right. Ooh. When that happened, I knew I was like, I'm going to cover.
I was the same. I at that point, I thought maybe the Chiefs might blow them out like they did. I'm
yeah,
like,
and
oh,
my
God, this is a train.
It was because they were getting all the bounces. That ball could not have popped in the air. It was like for me to Sally, it was like I went, boop, and it landed right in his hand.
Caught it, ran.
But I thought at the beginning of the game, Saturday's games were terrible, and I was like, another terrible game. 24-0.
Yeah, they weren't that fun to watch. I mean, the Titans. It was exciting to kind of see.
Well, I was working Saturday,
how they put Lamar Jackson.
It was interesting to watch the Titans.
Yeah,
even it was really
because you were waiting for them to explode.
You thought it was coming.
Yes,
it didn't come.
And it didn't. It just never really materialized.
Now I wrote down here somewhere role models. Lamar Jackson spent that entire game when he wasn't on the field
sitting by himself,
Cam Newton style, on the edge of the bench.
Sulking.
A lot of times earlier on he was laughing, which I thought was weird.
And then
he threw an interception. He's like,
yeah, it was because he made the mistake. He was laughing off. He was like, ha, and then he got real sad.
Yeah.
And then you see Mahomes the next day. They were down big, and he's pumping everybody up. And then the last role model I wrote was Antonio Brown. Did you see the clip of Antonio Brown?
No, what happened? I know something happened.
He's a singer now, isn't he?
I posted it on. He was on The Masked Singer in January.
Yeah.
I posted it on the Comedians on Football page. Yeah, he was the first one eliminated on the first season of Masked Singer.
Oh, the first season.
He was the singing hippo.
He's doing rap.
Right.
He's doing rap songs now.
It was. Did you see it? I saw. He posted it on Twitter. It was like a hard rock song.
Yeah.
But he was recently on Twitter because his wife came to pick up his kids. He has 3 kids with this woman down in Hollywood, Florida. And the police had directed because he was claiming the woman, his ex-wife, was trying to steal his Bentley. So it's just video of him videoing the cops and calling his wife every horrible name in the book while the little kids are just running around. And he threw at her, that's the headline, a bag of genitalia. A bag of
what?
penis-shaped gummies.
Are you serious?
So he literally threw a bag of D's at.
Can I just? Wow. Really?
That's it. So role models: Pat Mahomes, good.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, not
So
so
yell
good.
at people and get your way. And
Antonio
that's
Brown
a role model.
and stink ass hoe, get your ass out of here. Bye, kids. Daddy loves you. You suck. At the mother of these kids, like this little kid in diapers. I'm like,
Well, are we all thinking the same thing about what he's on?
what is it?
I think it goes back to
deer urine. Is he like one of those guys?
There was one season with Pittsburgh. He had like 4 concussions in 1 year.
Yeah.
It hasn't been the same. So
they
many people
said
say
that.
he used to be sort of a normal guy, and then he just became a lunatic.
Can I just interject with something that doesn't have anything to do with this?
As soon as you explain what the word interject means.
My good friend Marie
Oh.
Orenich wrote and said, it's at the Riverhead Senior Center, 60 Shade Tree Lane. That's where Richie will be doing United We Laugh.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Marie.
Marie.
Thank you, Marie.
So the
What a good
Riverhead
friend.
Senior Center, because I'm playing the big venues.
Right after Mahjong.
60
4
Shade
o'clock
Tree
start.
Lane. Go to richieburn.com. No, go to my Facebook page.
You know what I love?
Activities room.
Or
It's
you
always
go
in
to
the
United
activities
We
room.
Laugh. We have a Facebook page.
You
So
know what
go
I love
there.
about the senior centers? The temperature's always a nice, balmy 87 degrees. Good thing you don't sweat. Thank you, Marie. What a good friend. You know who else is a good friend?
Very nice, Marie.
The good people over at Zorns of Bethpage.
Love
oh, my
Zorns.
goodness. How much do we
Yum.
love Zorns?
I
The
love
only reason I keep coming back here, Zorns.
Your Zorns of Bethpage vouchers
I
that we
love
give you for
Zorns.
guesting on the
it.
show?
Try a boneless bucket. Unbelievable.
Oh.
And they give you enough dip for like a month.
When you get the sides, you got to do multiples of one side. Because you can't, when something comes with 6 sides, don't say, I want one of these, one of these. You just say, I want 6 sweet potato mash, and it comes in like a giant bucket. It's fantastic. Roll some tape,
Welcome
Sally.
to Fat Bastards talking about food.
Hey, wait.
Comedians on Football is proud to be sponsored by Zorns of Bethpage, Long Island's favorite chicken and takeout. They have been providing great tasting homemade food here on Long Island for almost 80 years. And they do it the old-fashioned way. Everything is made by hand, fresh right on the premises. And they never use any preservatives or artificial flavoring, just the same ingredients you would use in your own kitchen. Zorns of Bethpage is home to grade A poultry, time-honored traditions, and family recipes. And if you haven't visited their new store yet, please do. It's located at the same location, 4321 Hempstead Turnpike in Bethpage, just west of the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway. The new store features old traditions with new beginnings. And if you plan on having folks over to watch a big game, check out their All Sports Anytime package. It's a 2-foot hero, 60 buffalo wings, 3 pounds of pasta, and chocolate chip cookies, all for under $100. Zorns of Bethpage is great if you're feeding just a few or a whole household. You can't go wrong with good old Zorns of Bethpage deliciousness. So check out Zorns of Bethpage today.
To
Hey, everybody, Richie's going to sing you a quick song while I respond to my agent.
Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. Oh, I highly recommend, speaking of music,
Yes?
CNN had the documentary on Linda Ronstadt.
Oh, I heard
I
good things
saw
about
that.
that.
It
Excellent.
was
Tremendous.
so good.
I love her.
You forget how good she is. We were just talking about this
Oh,
Yeah,
before.
it actually, I
You
had
don't
the
appreciate
same
it.
exact feeling. Like, I remember, like, a handful of songs, and I kind of remember, like, you know.
forget how many
She
hits she
hung
had.
with
But
the
not even hits.
Eagles. She started, like.
She started the
really,
Eagles.
Yeah, she started
must have.
so many
Whoever
great
slept with her,
bands.
their career went through the roof. I mean, she was golden, right? I think
The
Musicians.
reverse casting couch.
yeah,
Whoever
it
she
was. If you slept
dated.
with Linda Ronstadt, you became a star. It was like,
She's the only one who's ever pulled
Steve
off
just
a
slept
satin
with Linda
jacket.
Ronstadt, and look what happened.
but even
Yeah.
all right, now I'm going to do Mexican music. Now I'm going to do plays, and everything she did just went through the roof.
Right.
She
And
was
did it, she did them
unbelievable.
well.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah.
person with a musical theater degree, I
I
can
don't like
tell
the politics,
you
but
she's-
yes.
Ooh,
I'm not just speaking
That's
from
almost
what I
as
don't
impressive
know.
as playing semi-pro
I played
soccer.
semi-pro
Name dropping.
soccer.
Semi-pro
I'm telling a guy
soccer.
who's getting
Really
agent,
semi.
calls from his agent about my career in the theater.
Semi-pro is second team high
I'm
school.
doing it again.
And
But
you
you're
took that
right,
acting
though. She
class
was
with the
fantastic.
Giants lady.
I studied ballet. I studied opera.
Is this true?
And now I stand out and go, "Are you guys ready for Dr. Oz?" It was well worth it.
Has he had the giant piece of lard on recently? I love when he pulls. This is what 50 pounds
Yes,
of fat looks
it's,
like on
yeah,
a human
it's not,
body.
It's called what's it called?
Oh, the stomach fat?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it called? Momentum.
Omentum. Thank you.
Omentum.
Man, I can't remember.
What's
anything.
I thought it
omentum?
was a rock.
That's the
Omentum
thing
is
you're
the
talking
fat
That's what they call it?
that is on
Yeah.
the outside of
Oh,
your
that's the
stomach.
actual.
Outside your
Pretty
organs.
It's not your stomach being fat. It's
Look
like a
left
layer
or look
of fat.
right. You'll see a lot of omentum.
If we put a band
like on
together,
top
I
of
think
your
we would have
organs,
to call it omentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, rock of the omentums.
Why do you get top billing? What's up with that,
I know.
bro?
All right.
It's so
omentum's
weird,
in your
I
room.
know.
I like the Islander hat, but
And my publicist just posted the flyer for United We Laugh Too.
he
so-
comes fully prepared.
His newest thing is No
Thank
Breakfast.
you,
He's
Lisa.
on all these TV shows and everything, Dr. Oz. He was on Fox and Friends this
He
morning.
was on with your boy Kill Me this
Yeah.
morning. I
Oh,
know.
really? He was
No
Yeah.
breakfast, he says. Which,
Yeah, yeah.
Breakfast is
Whatever.
overrated. But anyway, Daniel
Whoa,
Sorensen.
whoa. Breakfast food is the best. I only eat when I'm like on vacation, but I love every breakfast food. I just don't have it all the time.
You must be on vacation a lot.
Yeah, I am. I work on a cruise ship.
Oh, buffet.
Are you ever going back to work?
Well,
Those were fat jokes.
That one just led to dead air. That was cool. Anyway,
I'm trying to remember you can't curse.
I know. I know.
Trying to be
It's
good.
freaking
Kids are
brutal.
watching.
so 51-31 was the final score
Yes.
of the Chiefs game. That was
I had the over.
Very pleasant.
What was
you
the
had
over?
that by it was 54?
It was, yeah. I had
Yeah.
It. You know what? I had
It
it,
was
in
done
a
by the
tease, though.
halftime.
So I
Oh.
had it. I had it like at the first quarter.
If you had 82.
I had the over. Yeah.
I know a guy who had the Texans in a tease, getting 10 points. So 10 plus 10.
Getting 20.
Getting 20.
You got burned. Yeah. You?
Up. No, not me. But
I didn't think about that. You're right. Yeah.
and they were marching. The Texans were going to score a meaningless touchdown for the backdoor
Yeah,
cover
they
on
were.
a stupid tease.
I didn't think about
And it didn't
the
work.
Stupid tease.
I hate the teases. So stupid.
I like teases.
Bet like a real man.
I like teases.
Just bet with the spread. All right, what's the other game? It was Packers-Seahawks. Another one that was kind of boring.
Yeah, but
right?
yep.
It was good. I mean, it was bad, and then it kind of got good when the Seahawks came back. And did you see all the articles today about that first down at the end?
No.
Did you see the last play?
Yeah.
His head kind of went down. It
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
look
yeah,
like he
yeah.
made the line to
He
game.
made it?
No,
I don't think he did. I think the ball's behind the
yellow
first
line.
down,
You know how they always say is not
not-
official.
yeah.
They showed where it should have been. The one on TV wasn't real.
right. It should
Well,
have been
why
4th
didn't
and
they?
1.
I guess because they were at the end of the game, they were moving quick, but they showed
They do
where
that
the
a lot.
actual thing was on the
I'm surprised
sideline.
coaches
But
don't challenge more.
They
Surprised
can't
coaches aren't
challenge
like-
this less than 2 minutes. That's what I'm
It was-
talking about.
But they did look at it. But it was a
I
quick,
know they said they looked
It was
at
a quick, but he totally made it. If you looked at where like that little arrow was on the sideline, but the
See,
yellow line didn't line up.
I
with it.
love Russell Wilson. I love Russell Wilson. I think
He carried that
I-
team the
I
whole
think
second
that
half.
team had nobody.
He's carried him the last 5
Nobody.
years.
Yeah.
That's why I was so when they brought back beast mode and all that. I'm like, really? He looked like he'd been.
He looked like one of us.
Yeah, he looked like one of
a little
us.
stronger.
A little stronger, but he could get a yard here and there. But that was about
He did
it.
his job. I mean, he brought an energy to that team
I
the
guess
last
so.
game of the season. But
I think we look more like Metcalf without shirts on. Just that guy's a
Did
freak.
you see
oh
him?
My God.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
It looks fake. It looks like a doll.
I
It
know.
looks like a cartoon writing. Of
How about
something.
he went last in the second round?
He's not that. He's having a good run. He's
yeah,
No, come on.
He drops a lot of balls, Rich. You watch him. You watch the Seahawks.
kind of like Richie in high school.
Whoa.
No, you're not allowed
That
to touch
wasn't
balls.
real
He was-
dirty.
He's
It
a
was
semi.
kinda-
He's a semi-pro soccer player. He can touch balls.
Wait,
Touched
so
a lot of balls.
Only feet, no hands.
let's
That
get
was a great callback by a guy who hasn't had a callback in his whole career.
Again, no cursing. I'm
no,
sorry.
yeah. Oh, he's kicking him under the table. Careful,
But
careful.
what we
What was the semi-pro
Metcalf.
team's name?
Oh, I can't remember. It was the Brooklyn something. It was in Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn something.
No, it
is
wasn't
a real
Brooklyn. It was,
hipster name.
Fort. I'll never remember. My brother would remember. He was on the team too.
I bet that girl would remember.
That girl.
She's
Fort
probably on a-
Hamilton hackers. What was
Yeah, it was Fort Hamilton something.
that girl's on a podcast right now saying, I had a crush on a guy.
No, she didn't have a crush on me.
Semi-pro.
She didn't have a
She
crush
might
on
have.
me.
How do
She
you
might
know?
have.
She might have.
You don't know.
We all remember
never
young
know.
Richie
I was
Byrne.
too shy.
He could run forever, that kid.
Looked like Messi trotting down that field, but he had a body like what's the other one? The Italian one.
He looked like Messi with a Y.
He looked awful.
All
messy.
these jokes are at my expense tonight, which is fine.
When you're tardy.
This is what
Speaking of Mike
happens when
Keegan,
Keegan isn't here.
he was going to be our special guest. Richie said, no, Mike Keegan's stopping by.
Yeah.
Banned. He's now banned.
I'm tired of his crap. I'm a little tired of his crap.
He's getting old.
Yeah.
You know, since the Bills got knocked out,
I know.
Is he a Bills fan?
Yeah, big Bills fan. He was all gung ho and up until
I forgot
halftime
this
of that
week.
game.
Yeah. Well, they fell apart. All right, so
They did. They choked that game. I like
But
that
this
too.
weekend, a lot of it was about seeding, right? Because the AFC, if it wasn't for the Dolphins beating the Patriots in Week 17, everything would have lined up differently.
oh yeah.
And then in the NFC, if the Niners don't stop the Seahawks by a millimeter on the last play of the game, the last play of the season,
Same
right?
type of like first down thing. Same type of.
the Saints would have been the number 2 seed. Who would have got the 1? Packers would have got the 1 seed, right?
If Seattle won,
Yes,
If Seattle won, then the Niners would have moved to
been
third.
at Green Bay this weekend.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it messed. And the Saints had to host that game. They weren't expecting
Interesting.
it.
But
Yeah.
do you? I watch these games even last night. I don't know what the rules are anymore. Like, whenever the ball goes up in the air, these guys are both tackling each other.
Yeah.
But last night they said you can pull on his jersey. You just can't impede which way he wants to go. I didn't know you're allowed to pull on his jersey.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
I
You know what
watched this,
I don't
I'm
like?
I don't
This
know any of these
blind
rules.
side now, the
Yeah,
blocking.
I don't get it.
Face
Come
guarding.
on.
You don't have to turn back and play the ball.
When
I
they're
don't like any of
calling
it, but I'm an old
15-yard
man.
penalties on shoulder to shoulder, like they're
I'm
face
blocking
to face.
you. You're coming up. I block you. And
Blindside is when you're running this way and I come out of
can
nowhere.
we
and
just
take your head off.
change it to touch tackle? It's what you want to do.
It is.
Change it
It's
to
true.
touch
Everyone's
tackle.
defenseless on a peel
Flag
back.
football.
I mean, what are you
The guy-
talking
the guy was
about?
totally
Right.
clean. He put his shoulder down.
I hate. It's a new rule. I don't like it at all. And
But I also hate the guy's face guarding and tackling you, and it's a bad pass, and he celebrates like he made the greatest play ever.
Oh, yeah,
And you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You
Yeah,
just got burned.
He's face raking the guy.
Yeah, exactly. Not here.
Come on,
What do you
guy.
not? You just got burned.
And then he turns around and sees the flag.
Yeah.
And then,
come
Oh,
on.
and then they throw.
I know.
Come on, guy.
Oh,
Turn around.
speaking of big babies, Julian Edelman
Yeah.
arrested.
What do you think?
Wait, for what?
No, not Edelman.
Yeah, Edelman.
He
jumped
was
on a
with
Mercedes.
Amendola. That's right. He was with Amendola and who else?
Paul
He
Pierce.
was clearly intoxicated.
happened? What did
arrested
they
for
do?
vandalism. He
Hills.
jumped on a car.
a
and-
Mercedes. Yeah.
was he dancing? Like, why do you jump on a
I
car?
think I think they did call the cops because he dented like the hood. And,
No, they didn't even call the cops. The cops were there responding to something else and looked and
okay.
went, "What are you doing?" I mean,
What are you,
it's like something out of a
14?
Seinfeld episode.
Listen, he makes a couple catches and they're still playing. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not out getting arrested.
He
They're
had
still
some
playing.
drops in that game,
He had a
too.
bad game.
Oh,
which
he
is-
had a
which is
bad
rare
game.
for him.
Yeah.
And
I
especially the
don't
playoffs.
like him. He's the biggest. he's one of
Giselle
the
was there
biggest
going, "My
crybabies."
husband can't throw it, then catch it too."
I know.
He can't.
I do like.
Remember that?
I like the whiny wives, the whiny girlfriends. I
Oh,
do.
that's the worst thing about social media now. It's like you got to hear from people like who you don't play. Shut up. Shut up.
They had Mahomes'
You
girlfriend
wouldn't
and his
care
brother.
at
I'm like,
all about this if you weren't dating the guy or married to the guy. You wouldn't care. We care. I care.
and we're not dating
I don't
anybody.
think they
No.
care sometimes. Do you like this signing jerseys with each other like they're best friends after the game?
Who the guys?
I'm
I hate
confused
it.
by
I
that.
hate
I'm
it.
confused
I
by
hate
that.
It's a
it.
semi-pro soccer crap.
I hate it.
It's, what is this? We're taking, and I love when what's his name? The quarterback's taking some jersey from like some third string secondary guy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, gee, thanks. What am I going to do?
You know
with
what's
this?
funny?
I'm going to go check my oil.
You know what I
What do I
realized?
do with this?
I now know that for the rest of my days as a comedian, there will be nights I'll be sitting in Governor's at the bar, partaking in a beverage, and Pat O'Rourke will be there telling everybody that I played semi-pro soccer.
Absolutely.
It's going to go on for the rest of my
He's in the
life.
semi-pro
Rest of
soccer
your
Hall
life.
of Fame.
Yeah,
Actually.
hey, you guys know that Richie played
He
for
had
the
a messy
Fort
left
Hamilton
foot.
Haas.
Was
Fort
it
Hamilton
the
Hogs.
Haas?
It is now.
Haas or Hogs?
Fort
Haas as
Hamilton
in
High
laughs?
Strungs.
What? Were you
The
a
Fort
striker?
Hamilton High Steppers.
Were you a
Effers.
goalie? Were you a striker? What were you?
I was a midfielder.
A midfield. Well, that's a lot of running, bro.
All running. That's
Wow.
all I did.
You
was
must
run.
have been slim.
I was in good shape.
Your hair must have been.
I was
flowing.
so pretty.
And that girl didn't have a crush on you.
Well, that was years.
I know, but that's when you had the crush on the girl. Now you're a beaten down wreck.
Yeah.
All his days.
But
in
I was
comedy,
on
he's got
my
like
way
4
to a
left.
beaten down wreck then. You know,
Oh, okay.
25 years ago. Well, I was pretty good.
And you did theater too, so the Fort Hamiltons, maybe.
That was
go
a
with,
good
That is a tough semi.
Wow.
Semi-pro.
Wow,
striker.
somebody's
Any
writing
singers or
Fort Hamiltons. I like it.
What was the last show you did on stage?
The last
A theater show. Cats.
theater show that I did, a
you
musical.
Rumblesnicker,
The
or-
last play I did was only 2 years ago. I did.
Death of a Salesman.
I did.
He was Biff.
He played the gas pipe.
I did. I did a play called
They're
The
so
Boom.
mean to you. Don't
know.
think that I haven't noticed.
Oh, stop. Wait till you
Can I
get
just
here.
say something? It's
Sure.
never. You've been here before.
Yeah.
How long
It's
have you
Pat
been Rich?
O'Rourke's last time coming here because this never goes on until Pat O'Rourke shows up.
Pat
come on,
O'Rourke
I gotta-
showed up 15 minutes
Nothing but-
early. He
Nothing
was
but
be
nice
reverential
for that.
honor. And,
Here's the deal with Pat O'Rourke. He, I give him advice, and he doesn't take it.
Don't start with me.
And then I give somebody else advice, and he yells at me and says, "You never give me advice."
What was your advice? You said give up the
I
business.
said, "Quit the business."
Spot on
said
Pat
to
O'Rourke
somebody
impression
else.
too. That was spot on.
I gotta be on one more time. I
The
gotta
last
figure
play
out
I
Facebook.
did was The Boom, which was written by. Do you know Vinny Nardiello?
Not even close.
Vinny Nardiello is a comic from Jersey. He wrote
guy,
this
yeah.
amazing play
Okay.
about stand-up comedy, and Mark Riccadonna directed it, and we did it in the
That
city
name-
at
that
a
name seems-
theater
that name
at a
sounds
theater
familiar.
fest, and it
Okay.
was
When was this?
like 2 years ago.
When was the last musical you did?
Thanks for the invite.
Well, I do a variety show called The Richie Burns Show.
Yes.
And,
That's been a while though, right?
It's been a while since I did it, but we do music in that. The last full musical that I did
Hair.
was probably I did an off-Broadway
Oh,
show
Calcutta?
called I did an off-Broadway show 20 years ago called Bad Boy Johnny that was supposed to go to Broadway. It was a
Semi-Broadway.
really- and everything came apart.
Like semi-Broadway. Like
No, it was-
semi-pro
it's-
style.
Off Broadway is semi-pro.
And
Yes,
well,
exactly.
ironically, I'm at the show. I'm sitting after the show. I'm sitting in one of the chairs at the theater, and who walks over to me and sits down? That girl.
No.
I swear to God, I haven't seen her
No.
in 10 years.
We bring everything
Man,
back.
Heather
this is,
Midia.
this is like
Football.
just
And
genius
she knew
callback
somebody else
of
in the
things.
show, and she's like, "I can't believe you're in this."
She's
play."
a semi-stalker.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think.
She so had a crush on you.
Yeah, right. It's starting to feel like. Oh,
You think?
Yeah, I think.
I hear he's on
I
Dr.
think
Oz now.
She did, yeah.
Wait, who is she married?
I don't know.
Let's look her up live on air. Can we call her?
Yeah. No, let's hook him up to a lie detector. He doesn't know her name. He doesn't. You're very vague
That
on
was
this
a
girl.
great. There was a lot of big guys came out of that acting class. Gary Valentine, Jim Gaffigan,
Gaffigan.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Royce, who writes. He was a writer on Everybody Loves Raymond. He
Yeah,
created
yeah.
One Day at a Time. He was. Just,
On Netflix.
Yes. Mike Royce, Bonnie McFarlane was in that class. We had a lot
She's
of.
so funny.
We had a lot of people in that class. Yeah, and me.
And now look at you.
He went semi-pro.
He went.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Hey, you guys gonna watch any football this weekend?
Yes. Do you? Yes, I'm going to watch some football.
What do you think about the spreads?
I haven't seen the spreads yet. Can you tell me?
They're 7. Both games.
Both
are
games
seven.
are 7.
That's a lot for a 1 versus a 2 in Niners Packers. But I don't believe in the Packers.
I don't
don't
believe
either.
in the Packers at all.
Right?
And even the Lambeau stuff, I don't. I think San
I don't
Francisco
believe in
win
the
it. I
Packers,
think
at
San
all, but it's in
Francisco win
San
outright.
Francisco, right?
Yes, in San Fran.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then
But like I think they've
I
been
think-
overrated all year.
I think he's carried them a lot. I think. Well, I do think Aaron Jones is really good.
He's good, and
Wow.
he took over that game.
Wow, and that wide receiver is really good.
Yeah.
Still a defensive line.
I don't
gets-
believe in their.
defensive
I don't
line gets
believe in their
hot.
defensive. I don't believe in the Packers defense at all.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't.
No,
They
because
don't-
every game, Bears, every game was consistently
Yeah.
a decent lead.
Yes.
In the fourth quarter,
I don't
bye
believe
bye.
it. And I think
Like the Giants.
And there's always one
I think
drive where the
key is
game
gonna
could be tied or
Can
lost.
Jimmy G, maintain and not? He doesn't have. I would say to him what Parcells said to Hostetler. He said, "I don't need you to win it. Just don't lose it."
Don't lose it. Now there's one other game this weekend. Let's see, what was it?
What could it be?
Henry looks like. I mean, he's like turning into like a
He-
Hall of Fame
You
running
gotta.
back.
Yes.
He's 6'4".
No,
I didn't
yeah,
know he was
no,
that big.
he is.
He's a beast.
A couple more years of this, and he will be a Hall of Famer.
He's Bo Jackson in Tecmo
And if-
Bowl.
if
Like
he-
he
yeah.
he
Yes.
falls forward and he gets 5
Yeah,
yards.
right.
If they ever won Sunday, my God.
But I don't remember him. I mean, I'm not kidding. At Alabama, I thought he was like a 6'1" running back. He's huge.
Yeah, he's big.
Well, when they always show like the pictures of him playing in high school, and he's
He's
it's like,
huge.
it's like
Yeah.
Andy Reid during the punt.
But
pass,
you're right.
and
I
kick
don't remember
competition.
at Alabama him being so much bigger.
Me neither. But I mean,
yeah.
he won a Heisman Trophy.
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah, he's a great running back.
Just a
But he was a bust for 2 or 3 years. He wasn't that good.
I know.
he scares me. I was scared of Deshaun Watson going into last week. So
Yeah, you should have been.
Derrick Henry could, I don't know if they can.
But
Is Ryan Tan? I mean,
can that defense stop the Chiefs' offense?
like, can they? They need a quicker start.
Because if the Titans come out and take the lead, they have to. If the
But-
Chiefs come out and take the lead, the Titans are in trouble.
Whoever wins turnovers is going to win.
What I love is that the Chiefs now, like, if you give up a big lead, it's in your head. But when you can do something like that, Like if they're down 14-0 in the fourth quarter, I'm not even going to be panicked
Well, if I
because
can-
they can move the ball
If I can
so damn
quote
quick.
Booger McFarland, whoever has the most points at the end is probably going to win.
That is, you know what? Hang on, let me write that down. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
He probably peaked in that giant Monday night game when he was praising Eli for throwing balls into the ground. He was like, well, he got away from pressure. I mean, the pass wasn't the greatest, but look at him get away from pressure. Are you kidding me?
Wasn't he in like the floating thing too?
Yeah.
He was like one of the senators in the
That was
Phantom
when,
Menace. He was
Witten,
just
who, I mean, as bad as Booger was, there was nobody as bad as Witten. Oh God,
It wasn't terrible. Yeah,
What do
no,
you think? And they call him Wit. What do you think, Wit? Oh, it was a good play.
well, Gronk.
Thanks.
Gronk's worse than Witten, I think.
Is Witten coming back?
No. Oh, to the Cowboys? Yeah, I think
he's
he
gonna
is.
play another year.
I think
Did you
he's
see who
playing another
retired today?
year. No.
Antonio Gates.
Yes, I did. You're right. I did see that.
And I was like,
Right.
oh, he's still playing? Yeah,
yeah,
he,
and
was,
well,
he
I was
played
like-
like 4 downs a
Yeah.
game. He wasn't
Yeah.
our age, I think.
He's pretty close.
He's got to
yeah.
be. He's old.
He's old.
Yeah, Antonio Gates and
But he used to dominate games back
Oh.
in the 90s.
In the AFC West, he dominated
yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
I would just sit there. How are we not covering Antonio Gates? It's like
nobody
not covering
could cover
Tyreek
him.
Hill.
It was unbelievable.
He was big.
Yeah.
He's like the wide receiver version.
Wonder
of
what
Derrick
happened.
Henry.
What's going to happen with the Chargers?
And,
Tom Brady.
There was a thing today in the news that Brady cleaned out his Brookline, Mass apartment and emptied out everything from Foxborough. I don't know if that's just
You know,
Just like every other player on the
maybe
team.
maybe he does that every year. I don't
I think he's
know.
coming back.
maybe
I don't
it's-
think he's going
You
back.
don't think he's going back to New England?
all right. Well, what are they going to do?
He's a free agent. He can sign
No,
anywhere he
what
wants.
are they going to do?
Who, the Patriots?
Who's the backup?
What's his name? He's terrible. He went in and
Eli
he
Manning.
screwed me on
Chris
a
Roach?
He screwed me. Screwed me
Mike
on
Keegan.
on a bet.
Ah!
They would kill the Patriots were way up, and he took Tom out of the game, and he came in threw a pick six, and my brother and I like.
Who is it? I can't remember his
I
name.
can't remember his name.
Alexa, name of the backup for quarter. Oh, no, we don't have one of those.
Can't think of who it is. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'll
They'll
look
be
it
in
up.
trouble too. Now it's,
I'm on
you
it.
know, and I
But it's not going to be him.
But where would Brady go?
Charges.
They also said the Raiders would be a good fit for him.
Raiders
today.
in LA, in
Yeah.
Vegas. And
I
they
don't
said
think
Denver,
quarterback
too.
is their real problem.
Yeah, why would they do that? They're already paying a
He's
ton
better
of
than
money.
the guy they have.
But
Yeah.
And Gruden's supposed to be this
Jarrett
genius.
Stidham or something?
Stidham, yeah,
Jarrett.
Stidham?
yeah. You Stidham. You
Never heard that name before in my
Jared
life.
Stidham.
No.
Stidham.
What's the name of our band? What's the fat?
Momentum.
Momentum. I feel like that's the stuff they used to put in the potato chips that made you get the runs all
Old
the
men
time.
momentums. Yeah, yeah.
That's Olestra. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you have leaky stool? Jeez.
Thanks for asking. That's another good name for a band. Sally, write these down.
Okay.
It's like any of
I
these
remember,
pills. You know, you can
Ray
take it to
Romano
grow
had
hair,
a
but you
great
wouldn't-
joke about that where even cigarettes go, hey, even we don't do that.
Do you remember when I first started coming up, it felt like every show where there was like 8 comedians, 7 of them would have a bit about side effects.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just seemed like everybody was doing a bit about pharmaceutical side effects. But now they actually mention suicide, which is kind of a weird
Yeah.
side effect.
For me, it was semi-pro soccer.
It was-
Everybody had semi-pro.
Everyone had semi-pro jokes.
I
It
think
was,
that's gonna be a wave. We're gonna see these shows, the All-Star shows of Governor,
Oh.
where it's gonna be nothing but
Semi-pro
Richie
soccer.
Byrne.
But they mentioned him in Denver too, Brady. They were saying maybe
what?
LA likes him.
So all 3 AFC West teams.
Denver
again?
would be great.
He could be good in that league.
Yeah,
He
you're
could
right.
be-
How about he goes to like Philly or Tampa Bay? Somebody I don't have
Well,
to face.
Tampa
Philly-
Bay. But Tampa Bay's better than you think too.
Tampa Bay's got a good team.
They need. You know what?
And
Winston,
you know what? If he
not
could
gonna
cut
get him
down,
there.
And their coach is
if
a good
he could
quarterback
cut down
coach.
the turnovers, he'd be a great
He's got
quarterback.
the same
man.
He's not
line
good
every
at-
game.
He's not good at turn. Exactly.
3
It's been
touch,
6 years.
3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Just take him on fantasy because you're only giving up 2 points. Even a pick 6, you're only giving up 2
That
points.
is
Make
true.
him a flanker.
Just take him on. I had him on fantasy. He was getting me 38, 40 points a game, and he was throwing 6 interceptions. That's all right, Jameis. Just keep throwing.
You know, I'm only going to take Pat Mahomes every year for the next 10 years. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter about the rest of the team. I just like to watch him. All right, what do we have to talk about? We talked about
The Jags.
the Jags. No, we talked. So you guys think the Niners are going to go?
Yes, I think it's going to be Niners Chiefs.
Did I miss anything important in my notes?
No, I want to talk about that.
Oh, Joe Judge?
yeah.
I feel stronger about the Niners than I do about the Chiefs. Because I
do too.
I got it, Sally. I'll do it from here.
I know.
I think I do too.
I
mean, Derrick Henry is the wild card. He could
mean,
really.
you get these hot teams like the Giants a couple times, or
Yep.
I love Aaron Rodgers after the game when he goes, I'm going to go Have a glass of scotch.
glass of scotch, yeah.
Big glass. I like that.
Everybody
He's a weird bird, too, though.
Huh?
He's a weird bird.
He is a weird bird. Yeah.
Monday morning, everybody was saying, "Oh, right now the last 4 teams, Chiefs have the biggest odds, biggest chance to make 79% chance they're going to make it into the Super Bowl." Everybody's writing. I'm like, I've been watching them since Game 1
Reed,
preseason.
people, too.
Andy Reid, like their defense looks good now, but they don't.
But don't you want to see?
How old are you, Steve?
54 years old.
So
thanks for bringing that up right at the end of the show.
No, they had one championship in what, 68 or 69?
Yeah, I was 4 years old.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
And living in New England, so I wasn't a Chiefs fan yet.
70? Yeah.
Yeah, they won the year
Hank
after.
Scram.
Yeah.
They actually
Meticulate.
they feel slighted. I read a thing. They feel slighted by that whole Namath thing because they feel the merger was really even though the Jets won, the NFC still looked at it like,
the AFC's a
all
joke.
right, they got lucky, blah, blah, blah.
They're like
the
semi-pro.
next year, the Chiefs went in and dominated, and they were like,
Say
proved the
again.
AFC was not a semi-pro
AFL
league.
works.
They really should beat the Packers again. That would be great. I don't think the Packers are making it though. I think it's going to be Chiefs Niners.
And I think Chiefs Niners would be a lot of fun. That defense against
I'm afraid
that
of
offense.
Bosa. I am.
Cool.
Where is it? In Miami, right?
It's in Miami this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
With J-Lo and what's her name, Shakira.
Yeah.
At halftime.
Yeah. Remember last year when you weren't allowed to do it because remember like
Oh, right.
Boycott.
Yeah,
Everyone's,
they were-
Wait, who did it last year?
The NFL's racist. Okay.
What's their names?
New Kids?
No, the Monkeys.
Was it Elvis Presto?
No. Wasn't it?
Remember Elvis Presto? That
What
was
are you talking about? Halftime?
That was the
That's
Bengals,
Super Bowl?
49ers.
Oh,
in
it was
the
a
80s.
guy, Adam Levine.
Adam Levine.
Oh, Maroon 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was underwhelming.
Oh,
I go outside
so
and smoke a cigar.
underwhelming.
My wife and all her sisters.
I was
like,
surprised at
terrible.
how many hits they have.
You knew every song.
But I was like,
not
What's
I don't-
J-Lo's big song? I'm serious.
MJ.
Are you a J-Lo fan?
Welcome.
Yeah. MJ, what's
Jenny on the
J-Lo's
Block?
biggest song?
Jenny on
I
the
mean, yeah,
Block
Jenny on
and,
the Block as well as
Girl
like If
Power.
You Had My Love. Oh God, Let's Get Loud. There's so many.
Oh, that's
like
hers?
as the years
Let's
go
Get
on.
Loud?
Yeah.
Also, you got like newer
I
ones
didn't
like
know that.
Poppy,
Thought that was Paul
and then
Abdul.
like
Poor
on
MJ
the
sat through
floor.
59 minutes of
Yeah.
bad football talk and
Poor MJ.
semi-pro soccer talk.
Who knew you were going to be
J-Lo's
important at one point?
J-Lo.
I've met J-Lo. But she's very pretty.
Did you tell her about your semi-pro status?
No, you know what?
Did she have a crush on you?
She's the one stalking him.
I told
J-Lo.
No, back in the
She has no momentum.
back in the 80s, a girl I went to college with went to Europe on a tour.
Okay.
And for a musical and came back, and I was like, I swear to God, and I said, how was the tour? She goes, man, I had this crazy roommate. She was really, good dancer, good singer, but she claims she's going to be the biggest star ever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's so
what's her name?
funny.
Jennifer Lopez. She went on to become Jennifer Lopez.
And now she's doing the Super Bowl, and you're just sitting in a bar.
And my friend's living in Utah or something to go in.
All right, real quick, Joe Judge.
Joe Judge.
You like him?
I don't know how to not like him.
You-
I don't
you
know.
don't know who he is?
Yeah, I mean,
Was
I
he on
don't-
your list? Gee, I hope the Giants get that.
No, I
that
wanted.
what was it, wide receiver coach for the Patriots?
I wanted Rule, but
Yeah.
but I don't. I understand the whole. The Carolina handed him the kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 years, whatever.
How
6, $7
bad could he
million.
be if he was a coach on the Patriots?
But
Sorry,
he wasn't
but
Well-
he wasn't off. Usually, it's the offensive coordinator, the defensive
he's not going to
coordinator,
make
the
the
head
team
coach.
worse. Like I don't want to be critical. Or
I liked
anything,
his
but-
speech. I liked his. The only thing you can go by
Never
is what
run
he
an
said.
organization.
And I like what he said. And I love that he's not going to run the offense or the defense, and that he made that. I can't stand.
'Cause he's
that.
never done it.
But even I don't even like it when they've done it. You're the head coach.
Yeah.
Be the head coach. There's no time for you to sit and practice and work on one end. You have to be involved in everything.
I do feel like that's what you're playing favorites with the two kids when you're the offensive
Yes.
coordinator. Like,
Yeah. Right.
and you take care of defense.
Yeah.
Rex
It's like the
Ryan.
second
Rex Ryan.
the second AD. You take care of the background. I'm gonna work with J-Lo and Richie Byrne over here in their love scene.
You can work with the semi-pros.
Their naughty love scene.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I hate that. I hate it.
Yeah.
I think it's
But
wrong.
it's amazing how short of a leash. It's like college and pro football now.
Oh.
2 years. So
Deliver.
But he got Rule got 5 years guaranteed and 7 years.
I know. It's ridiculous. And for like 70 million or 60 million.
They
He'll
said
still be
he,
coaching when Notre Dame stops playing on NBC.
he made $650,000 this year at Baylor, and they said that's what he'll make a half for the rest in the pros for the rest of his career.
Wow.
That's what you make at Dr. Oz, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, he knows how important I am.
As we wrap up here,
I am the what's his name? Rule of.
you're the rule of the
I
Omentum.
rule.
And you're the messy
Thank you so much for watching Comedians on Football. You know what's another good podcast? That Long Island Explained. You ever watch that? You ever listen to that? With the wonderful Chris Roach, Long Island's favorite comedian.
I love Chris.
Yeah, he's the best. His co-host
Chris
is phenomenal,
Roach is
too.
Long Island's favorite comedian.
Long
How
Island's
about that?
favorite comedian.
That's like when those Long Island, every year they vote.
The best
Vote
of.
for me,
Guess
best.
who
And I'm like, I'm a Long Island comedian. I've never asked anyone to vote for me. No one's ever.
Guess who won Best Gym this year in that contest?
Best gym?
Best Gym. Spin City, Massapequa, my wife's spin studio.
Oh, really?
They won.
Okay.
So they have to go to some dinner.
I was
and you have to
thinking
pay like
Brewer.
$5
I was
for the
thinking
sign.
Jim Brewer.
You know what I like best?
Jim's.
What I like best about Pat O'Rourke, that right in the middle of the plug for my show, he pulls up a plug for his wife's spin studio. Long Island Explained. Every week we take a different Long Island topic and
listen, they do well enough, they'll
discuss
sponsor
it
you
in depth. And
they do well enough to sponsor.
Last week I got Zorns.
Zorns and Spin City.
I'm rolling in
Eat it
that
and then burn it
Zorns
off.
chicken money. Last week we talked about East Side Comedy Club, which was a great episode. And this week we had an interview with the wonderful Richie Minervini, another wonderful Long Island comic.
One of my favorite people in the world.
He's
Richie
a good guy. And I didn't notice until
Wonderful
we did our
man.
chat, he sounds a lot like Jackie.
It's hard to listen to Richie.
Jackie tomorrow. Yeah, they're both up in that higher register. Yeah,
Sounds like Mahomes.
He had a lot of good.
When Richie talks, dogs cower.
My dog was kind of quivering in the corner. Yeah. All right, it was good
Love
chatting
you,
with Richie
Richie.
Minervini. Go to longislandexplained.com and check out all our wonderful episodes.
United we laugh.
United We Laugh is Richie's thing. He doesn't know where or when. When is it? Where? 2 weeks.
2 weeks, Riverhead.
In Riverhead. Go check it out.
I'm opening up for Brian Kilmeade, January 25th. Go to briankilmeade.com.
Nice.
I go to events.
Nice. Brian Kilmeade events. And listen to all the wonderful Governor's Comedy Club radio shows like Knock 'em Dead Comedy every weekday from 11 to 1 with the lovely Sally O'Neill, the delightful
Nice.
Tony Walker, and that other guy. There's some other shows.
The gassy one.
There's a whole bunch of shows. Go to Governor's Comedy Club Facebook page.
I like Tony
Check it
Walker.
out.
Nice guy.
Tony Walker's good man. He's good people. He's good people.
He's no JJ, but
And
he's
check out Comedians on Football Facebook page. We got some videos on there. You can check out Antonio Brown throwing a bag of phallic symbols at his ex-wife in front of the Hollywood, Florida police. Good times. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, I'll still be this happy after the Chiefs make
Go
their way
Chiefs.
to the Super
Go
Bowl.
Chiefs.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. You're better than that kid from last week.